All right, sis, get in here, get in here, get in here. Let's get into it. I'm about to break something down for you real quick. Let me tell y'all something. Healing isn't just about feeling better. It is about transforming. Something that I discovered on my healing journey is what I now call the healing equation, which is pain plus reflection equals growth. And yes, the formula sounds simple. But baby, when I tell you that it wasn't, it wasn't. But it was absolutely necessary. And if I had tried to skip the process, I would have been running in circles around my own self. And that don't make no sense. I'm going to keep it 100. Revisiting our pain and our trauma, staring it in the eyes, it doesn't feel good. But what I've learned is that avoiding it doesn't make it go away. If anything, it just lingers and it shows up in our relationships, our habits, the way we talk to ourselves, the way we communicate, the way we show up every day. You ever notice how some of the walls that we build to protect ourselves are the same ones that are keeping us stuck? That's the real tea. That's the real truth. We really be our own worst enemy. And too many of us are walking around surviving and not thriving because we're just too scared to unpack what's hurting us. And again, I get it. Reflecting on our pain, it is a scary and messy type of situation. But avoiding it is equivalent to putting a band-aid on a wound that needs stitches. And I don't know about y'all, but that don't make no damn sense. Healing doesn't start until you start looking at all the things, you clean it up, and you give it space to grow. And it's okay if you are not there yet, but it's not okay to ignore what's been holding you back if you are allowing your pain, your traumas, and your pain to hold you back. Because sis, I'm going to tell you, you're too powerful to stay stuck. I want you to think about it like this. Pain is like fire. It could burn you, leave scars, and make you want to run. But it's also how you refine gold. Without the fire, there's no transformation. And here's the kicker. The fire alone won't do it. You need the reflection. That's where the real growth happens. I want you to ask yourself, what's one wall you built out of pain? And how is it holding you back from the life that you truly want? I also want you to imagine a phoenix. It doesn't just burn up and call it a day. It is actually one of my favorite, mystical creatures. But it rises from the ashes, stronger and more beautiful. This is the one thing that nobody tells you. The rising, that part, that's the reflection. It's the part where you sit with your pain, you understand it, and you decide how you're going to rebuild yourself. Here is where a lot of us get it twisted. We think the pain alone is supposed to make us stronger. Like, oh, I went through it, so I'm good now. I survived it. I came out on top, But that's only half the work, sis. Going through it is half the battle. You have to get to the root. You have to reflect. You just have to get in there. There's no way around it. There's no way to avoid it in order to progress. I want you to ask yourself, what did your situation teach you? What needs to change? And how are you using this pain to take a step into your next chapter? I promise you that in the reflection is where the magic happens. Romans 5:3-4 is the perfect example of the healing equation in action. And it states, we also bring glory in our sufferings because we know that suffering produces perseverance, character, and hope. Sis, this means that every trial is shaping you for the next chapter of your greatness. I need you to reflect on it and rise through it. Your pain has purpose, but you've got to let the reflection guide you to that purpose and growth. I need you to ask yourself, how is this pain shaping me into the woman that God called me to be? Here is your action steps for today. I need you to take 5 minutes, just 5, and think about one challenge that shaped you. What did it teach you about yourself, about what you're capable of? Write it down, let it sink in, and watch how your perspective starts to shift. And baby, that's growth. I need you to remember that pain is a part of the process, but reflection, that's the key to rising, baby. Wake up, sis. It's time to grow.